All right, we're back. We're gonna be live streaming a few things from Instagram from the night because we can't have that happen again. So hold on, we got an intro. What's going on, RCBL? This is Ross Barker and Dean Barker, and this afternoon, we're gonna be covering All-Star Weekend 2023 for the RCBL Rocktown Rundown. We just tried to do this interview live, but it shut off because
YouTube's a pain. YouTube is a pain.
So, in any case, we've got two guys from the RCBL Shockers who have been killing it this first half. We got Luke Keister, second baseman and shortstop, who's hitting .355, tied for league lead in doubles, and is second in hits. And then we got Dawson Russell, who, what are your stats exactly?
Since 600 with 45 bombs and 78 doubles.
That's all?
Yeah. Nah.
You gotta step it up.
I don't know.
How did you even make the All-Star team? So we're gonna try this interview again. We're gonna try to consolidate it because thanks YouTube. But in any case,
These guys have to warm up for this game.
we got Dawson. Thanks for being on the show. Luke, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
So we're just gonna get right into it. So you guys are coming off of a very successful season with Shenandoah. You guys were in the Super Regionals. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get it done against the Lynchburg, whatever their name is.
Hornets.
Oh, it was Hornet on Hornet.
Hornet on Hornet.
Crime. But in any case, you've been able to come through with these RCBL Shockers and have a pretty solid first half. What's been the key to, keeping that energy?
Coach Potts talks about it all the time. It's putting all three phases together. You got to throw the ball well, you got to hit the ball well, and you got to play defense well. And, up to this point, since we've gotten guys back from college and getting a full roster, we've been doing that pretty well besides the last 2 games.
Oh, and we're using a makeshift microphone as the tape measure because we're doing the home run derby tonight.
It's good right there. And so what I would say is Potts always says, he always puts together a good enough roster to win if guys show up. And I feel like this year we're just getting a lot of guys to show up, just like the 21 year where we won it all. I feel like last year, that was the only problem. Guys didn't show up, a lot of vacations. So yeah, putting that together, and he always likes to say we'll win if we throw strikes because our offense is good enough to score runs every night. Well, most nights. Maybe not the other night against the Reds, but yeah. So if we throw strikes and make plays in the field, then we're gonna be looking good.
So you talk about Coach Potts. What's it been like? Because this guy has been with the Shockers, I think, since 2013. He's a Shockers veteran. He's really been with this team. When we talked to him after they won the championship 2 years ago about seeing it through the lean years. How has it been, even as a former Shenandoah Hornet, what's it been coming under this guy's tutelage?
It's been awesome. I mean, Potts has been really good for me and Luke. I know, coming out of high school, we both had pretty good careers, solid careers, but he gave us opportunities to play in the summer. And, my first year, the 21 year, I didn't play as much, but I just learned a lot. I got to know the guys from Shenandoah, which eventually ended up leading for both of us to go to Shenandoah, and Potts was a big part of that. We put in a good word to Coach Anderson, and all that happened there. And then next year, it was our show. We got to play, and we got it done. And so it was just really exciting, and he runs a great program. Love Potts.
Yeah, kind of echoing what Dawson's saying. He's truly been a blessing in our lives. Coming out of high school, gave us opportunities. And speaking on opportunities, he has given multiple guys in our program opportunities to speak. Like kids like Andrew O'Brien, Porter Craver, Cam Commons, like guys we didn't really know what their production was going to be for us, didn't know what their spot was going to be, but he makes it a point to try to get everybody in the game at some point. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, but he's given guys opportunities, and Andrew came up clutch against Elkton, 3-run triple, in the 11th inning. Cam Commons has been throwing real well for us, but again, whenever he says like coaching is one of the hardest jobs because you want to play everybody, but you can't, and he's just done a great job in molding us, and not only just to be Shockers, but to be Shenandoah Hornets as well. And it's just been a blessing, man. Truly thankful.
So let's talk about Shenandoah. So you guys had just been in the regionals, correct?
Yes,
and
sir.
then you guys are turning around after losing in the regionals, having to come over here, and then shortly after this season, you're going to have to go back. How do you? So what do you take from this season at Shenandoah and then try to apply it here, and how do you guys maintain rest throughout the year, being as busy as you are?
So
While trying to do schoolwork as well.
Yes.
Right. So in college, we're given a mandatory off day from the NCAA. So we do get a rest day every once in a while in there. But what was the question?
So you have like I think earlier when this thing wasn't working, you said you had a bitter taste in your
Oh,
mouth.
yeah. Gotcha.
And like, talk about how that carries over here.
Carrying over into the summer, winning a regional championship, then unfortunately not getting it done against Lynchburg in the Super Regional is leaving a bitter taste. And it's kind of fueling a lot of us for the summer. It's not only just fueling us to win a championship here, but like to get ready to go back in the fall. And like Dawson was saying,
And that was
earlier,
the key to winning in 2021. You had gotten snubbed from the NCAAs.
Absolutely, and we wanted to win something, and we won it that year. And, it kind of carries on like this year. It's not just about guys, like what Dawson was saying, it's not just about getting reps and stuff, but like, we want to win, and that's kind of our main goal, and fueling us for this summer and fueling us for next fall and into the spring.
Yeah, I'd say that, the RCBL really is key for your development and like getting ABs and being able to work on your swing, because I will say, like, batting practice swing and in-game swing, it's like, there's a complete difference in like getting better as a baseball player, and this league allows that for college athletes and just anybody who really wants to play, which is awesome. And just going back on that, it's like, our coach likes to say, you're not really, if you don't work one day, you're getting passed. So you either get passed or you pass somebody that day. So that's usually how I like to look at it. It's like, even when we might have an off day, it's like, you gotta get your work in because you don't want to get passed that day.
Absolutely.
So, 100%.
One thing I've noticed, we're talking about Coach Potts, is you guys are developing a Coach Potts interview style. It's that, I don't know if anybody's watched the interviews we've done with Coach Potts. For example, there will be one night the other night we were interviewing the Bruins. Their interview, they won the game. They were done in like 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
15 seconds.
2 minutes, 15 seconds. Potts' interview went, I think, 5 minutes. This man always has stuff to say, and especially whoever saw the dumbbell interview. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So you had the dumbbell. We do this thing called the makeshift microphone. We've used all this kind of stuff. We used an alligator, not a live one. It was a fake one.
We need to use a live one or a taxidermy one.
Yeah. And one night he used a dumbbell, but for whatever reason,
Potts wouldn't curl.
Yeah. So he had to hold the dumbbell there.
Because I had 2 dumbbells, so I couldn't just hold one. So I had to hold it, and he's just like, baseball is a crazy game. We'll never have another game like that. But
so we're talking about the quantity of his words. How about you guys speak on the quality of Coach Potts' words?
Quality-wise with us, I know it's a little different from y'all, but like he likes to keep it short and sweet. I think he goes in depth with y'all a little bit more because like we kind of understand that because we played the game, we understand what we did well, what we didn't do well, and he kind of leans into it a little bit, but he tries to keep it short and sweet, get us out of there because there's some late nights there, like the Elton game, we didn't get out of there till like 11:30, and then got to rake up the field after home games. We don't get out of there till 11, but his message is quality. I think that's a word. It's full of quality.
We are now making that a word in the
There's a word
RCBL
for it.
dictionary.
But no, it's good stuff and something we can always take away and improve on.
Yeah, I can give a little Potts impression if you want.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We didn't do it for the live one.
You want this for like a win or a loss? What do you think?
Maybe you got to do one.
Whatever you're
Let's do
feeling.
one of each.
Whatever you're
All right,
feeling.
No, you'll do the win, you do the loss.
Okay.
Gosh. Okay.
Coach Potts, you got the win tonight. How does it feel?
Well, that's what happens when you put guys out there like Kirk. They like to pound the zone. They throw strikes, and that's what we like to preach to our guys. We tell all these young pitchers that the other night we pitched 4 young pitchers, and they really did really well. But what I tell them, is I showed Kirk, and they're kind of watching Kirk. They're like, how does he do that, Potts? And I'm kind of just like, well, he goes out there, he throws strikes, and he lets his defense work. It's not always about the velocity, boys. It's about throwing strikes and letting your defense field the ball and throw it to first base. And that's how the Shockers win baseball games.
Coach, this is your goodness gracious, who knows how many losses in a row, and you left 13 runners on base, and you weren't able to hit, pitch, and field. What the heck is wrong with you?
Guys, we talk about it. It's all 3 things. And whenever you don't put all three phases together, you don't deserve to win. And guys, we haven't been doing that. And, and when you can't do those three phases, you're not going to win many ball games. I mean, you might get lucky here once in a while. Fly school will find nut every once in a while. But guys, that's not how you win ball games. You got to hit the ball, you got to throw the ball, and you got to make plays in the field. And unfortunately, we didn't do that. We didn't execute, and you got to find a way, figure it out, and hopefully win the next one.
Nice tan line.
We got Derek Shiflett over here.
He's got in a golf suit. This is a baseball. This isn't golf.
It's apples and oranges. Speaking of apples, we want to give a shout out to the Rockdown Rundown official sponsor, Finn Irene Farms, an organic apple orchard out in Bluegrass, Virginia. If you need apple cider, if you need apples, if you need applesauce, those are your guys to go to. Our good buddy Jack Claggett, he can set you up with everything you need. So go to finirene.org and get you some apples from Finn Irene Farm. Well, we don't want to keep you guys on here forever. I mean, goodness gracious, we don't know if we're going to be able to get all the storage on this computer with all the interviews we're going to do. But let's talk a little bit about you guys individually. I mean, you're having a very good season. I mean, Luke's getting it done you're getting it done at the plate. Dawson, you're the ghostwriter for some of the best pitchers in the league behind the plate. What's been the key for you individually?
Individually, it's just trying to do what's best for my team, just whatever I can do to help our team get a win, and just going out there at the plate, look for pitches I can hit, do well, get on base, try to score some guys, just trying to be very selfless and try to do what's best for the team.
Yeah, going off of what Luke said, just trying to do what's best for the team and, hit well in situations, drive runners in, do what I can at the plate, and then, behind the plate, I got to tell a quick little story here. You say the ghostwriter Kirk. Well, Kirk was actually my PE teacher in elementary school. So me and Kirk are pretty tight.
He's
like
been
that.
around a while.
Yeah,
Have you ever told you
He's been
stories?
throwing-
Have you ever told you stories about when he went to see Babe Ruth play?
Yeah, he actually did, and Luke Gehrig. So Kirk's actually been throwing me curveballs since I was 12 years old in 5th grade. So I've been there for that.
So let's take a little bit of a look going tonight. We got the home run derby. Who's going to be representing the Shockers tonight?
Caden Spade and Zach Stiles.
All right, some Aiden Spade and Zach Stiles. So what do you think these guys are going to have to get it done against? We got guys like Noah Cornwell, who is known for swinging at 3-0 pitches. Like, his unwritten rule is swinging at the 3-0
He actually
pitch.
hit one off Caden, so.
Oh, well, that's a little bit of a low blow there.
No, it's all love, But, keeping Caden is elevate and celebrate, baby. Get the ball up in the zone and
Elevate
get a few
and
out of there.
celebrate.
He's got the wind blowing out to the left tonight, so maybe that'll help. I know Connor would love to be here to repeat his title, but he had to be out of town.
Oh, we got a repeat.
So
We got a Shockers got to win back to
Yeah,
back.
Shockers got to win back to back, so it's on Spade's back, and we're gonna tell him to get it done. I'm gonna make sure he does.
Absolutely.
So with this All-Star game, I mean, this ain't like the major leagues used to be, where it's for home field advantage in the championship.
That'd be fun if it was.
But I mean, what is going to be the key to taking on? Because I mean, it's been a very competitive season. I mean, the Cardinals are 5th place, but they're 11-9. I mean, and they've played good baseball against a lot of these teams.
Absolutely.
The Braves, I mean, they got a losing record, but they've been fighting. The Diamondbacks have who knows how many one-run games. The top 1 through 4 has been very competitive. I mean, you guys in the Reds have been going back and forth. The Bucks are in it. The Bruins are in 4th, but I mean, they beat you guys the other night, and they're playing the Reds tomorrow. We're going to be interested to see what happens. What's going to be the key for you guys with the West? What's going to be the key for a W for the W team tonight?
A W for the W team tonight, hopefully we're going to go strikes, make plays in the field, and hit the ball pretty well. There's the goal right there.
We're gonna try and hit some bombs tonight. That's the plan. So we're gonna try and hit some bombs and then round the bases and outscore them.
I do think the goal of the game is to score more than the other team.
Yep, there it is.
This ain't golf, like Derek Shiflett
No,
was
this ain't
throwing
golf.
out.
This is baseball.
You got any questions, Russ?
So what are you guys looking forward to most during this All-Star game? This is your second All-Star game,
Both
right?
of ours, actually.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about that and what you're looking forward to tonight.
Just being able to play with guys that we played with in high school. Dawson, Dalton, and I, we all played at spots together. My stepbrother, Noah Bergner, he's in the game too. So But starting wise, like for Dawson and me and Dalton, it's gonna be pretty cool just enjoying that moment, being able to play with those guys, get on the same field for the same team. It's gonna be pretty special, and just take that with us and create cool memories right there.
Yeah, I mean, didn't get to play in the game last year because of the rain, which was unfortunate, but making up for lost time right here this year, I guess, and just going out there and trying to have fun. Treat it kind of like a not like a little league game, but you want to have fun like it's a little league game, and this is kind of what you dream of. Just come out here, play the game to have fun, and that's what we're gonna do tonight.
Speaking of the rain, tell us a little about what happened last year during the All-Star game.
Yeah, so unfortunately last year so they were able to do the Veterans game the night before like they did this year, and then we got here early, had the media day stuff, and hit the home run derby. Connor won it, Shocker Nation. And then, unfortunately, it just had a full-on downpour about 20 minutes after the home run derby happened. So, unfortunately, we weren't able to play, weren't able to make it up. So, I know Dawson and I are eager to get a start tonight and have fun and play the game we love, man.
You got anything to say?
No, went well. Appreciate you guys.
All
Yeah,
right, well,
absolutely. Thank you.
I think
You can
we
grab
got
it if you want.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna grab a beer. But we'll be having more and more guys coming on throughout the night. Luke Keister, Dawson Russell, thanks for being
Absolutely.
on the show.
Thank you for letting us.
Thank you.
Got it.
Thank you.
Shocker Nation, baby.
Yeah.
Part 1, you can grab a drink.